What if I told you that everything you think you understand about female desire is only half the truth? That beneath every word, every smile, every touch, there is a hidden current guiding choices, shaping emotions, and dictating attraction, whether she admits it or not. Freud discovered this nearly a century ago, but most of what he revealed was buried, dismissed, or misunderstood. Today we uncover what he dared to whisper, the hidden mechanics of female desire, the forces that even the smartest, most self-aware women cannot fully control. Imagine this: a woman enters your life. Confident, independent, self-aware. She tells you what she wants: honesty, loyalty, stability. You give her everything, assuming love is a fair exchange. And yet, just a few weeks later, she withdraws. She's distant, unresponsive. No explanation, no warning. You wonder, did I do something wrong? Freud would answer differently. You didn't. The shift wasn't conscious. It wasn't even her choice. It was her unconscious guiding her path, pulling her toward impulses she may not even understand herself. Freud's greatest insight was that human behavior is rarely governed by conscious thought. 90% of what we do, feel, and desire arises from the unconscious. Shadowy patterns shaped by childhood, biology, and primal instinct. Women, he noted, experience these forces with unique intensity. Their conscious mind negotiates morality, ideals, and societal expectation, while the unconscious silently pulls toward novelty, intensity, and unspoken emotional resonance. This is not manipulation. It is instinct. It is survival encoded in psychology and biology. Consider the cycle every man recognizes. First, the idealization phase. She mirrors your humor, your interests, your values. You feel chosen, you feel lucky, you relax. You think she's different, she's the one. Then comes the testing phase. Small disagreements, emotional distance, subtle provocations. You try to fix it, explain, adjust. But the truth is, this is not a punishment. It's the unconscious calibrating, evaluating, probing. She is testing alignment, not consciously but biologically, emotionally. The final phase, the retreat, silence, coldness. She disappears from your life and you wonder why. Freud's answer: her mind is not malicious. It is following the architecture of desire, seeking resonance that cannot be fully rationalized. This may sound harsh, but it is liberating. Understanding this doesn't give you control over her, it gives you control over yourself. Most men respond to withdrawal with panic, over-communication, attempts to fix the situation. Freud observed that this is precisely what kills attraction. Obedience, over-eagerness, and predictability suppress desire. The unconscious craves intensity, challenge, and subtle uncertainty. Stability alone will never create it. Think about attraction in biological terms. During ovulation, a woman's unconscious preferences lean toward dominance, strength, and unpredictability. During menstruation, irritability, critical perception, and emotional sensitivity rise. Modern science confirms what Freud intuited nearly a century ago. Desire is chemically, neurologically, and hormonally influenced, often before conscious thought has a chance to intervene. This is why the nice guy who checks every box can still fail to ignite passion, while the reckless, confident stranger commands attention effortlessly. Desire is not moral, it is chemical, emotional, primal. Freud also observed the duality of female desire, one part conscious, one part unconscious. The conscious part seeks loyalty, stability, and values alignment. The unconscious craves intensity, emotional resonance, and subtle challenge. These impulses are often contradictory, producing confusion, withdrawal, and sudden shifts. For the man who understands this, the key is not to argue, debate, or attempt to control. The key is to observe, reflect, and calibrate his own energy. Here's the pattern every man should recognize. She idealizes you, she tests you, she withdraws. But here's the twist. The unconscious pull that drives this is not a flaw, it is a signal. It is the mechanism through which desire sorts connection from safety, passion from predictability. The man who panics, who pleads, who over-explains, destroys the resonance. The man who withdraws, who observes, who maintains presence without desperation, engages it. He becomes the rare constant in the storm of unconscious currents, and there's more. Freud hinted at what modern psychologists call the shadow self of desire. Every woman harbors a hidden emotional landscape, shaped by instinct, experience, and unresolved tension. She is drawn to intensity, yet fears it. She seeks connection, yet withdraws from total surrender. Men often mistake these contradictions for manipulation or indecision. In reality, they are the natural dance of consciousness and unconsciousness, desire and survival instinct. To navigate them is not easy. It requires stoicism, observation, and self-possession. Let's make this concrete. Imagine a woman you admire. She texts less than she used to. She flirts with subtlety, testing your reaction. She seems withdrawn at times, fiery at others. Your instinct says she's losing interest. Freud would caution, your instinct is partially right, but incomplete. She is not rejecting you. She is calibrating her unconscious resonance with your energy. If you react with panic, over-texting, or over-explaining, you feed instability. If you respond with calm presence and controlled detachment, you align with attraction. You do not control desire. You become its compatible current. Modern men are trained to talk endlessly about feelings, to rationalize, to analyze. Freud's hidden insight shatters this approach. Words are masks. Emotions are chemical. Desire does not respond to logic. It responds to energy, presence, and pattern. The woman who says she wants stability yet flirts with chaos is not lying. She is expressing the duality of her conscious ideals and unconscious drives. Recognizing this distinction separates men who remain desirable from men who are consumed by misunderstanding. There is also the law of paradoxical intent. The more a man chases, the less desire he invokes. The more he pleads, explains, or seeks approval, the weaker attraction becomes. Desire thrives in autonomy, unpredictability, and subtle dominance of presence. It is not about cruelty, it is about alignment. Withdrawal, mystery, and calm confidence are not tactics. They are signals of alignment with the rhythms of attraction, invisible but powerful. Freud's forbidden insight is deceptively simple. Female desire is a mirror of unconscious resonance. It is the reflection of energy, intensity, and presence. It cannot be forced, predicted, or commanded. It can only be understood, respected, and navigated. This is the hidden truth most men never learn. Most men react, argue, or comply. The few who thrive observe, calibrate, and maintain stoic presence. Let's bring it home. She idealizes, she tests, she withdraws, she returns, she confounds, she fascinates. And through it all, desire flows along currents invisible to the casual observer. The man who understands these currents is not manipulative. He is aware. He is present, he is aligned. He sees what lies beneath, yet he does not react impulsively. He embodies calm, clarity, and confidence, the very qualities the unconscious respects. Every interaction, every subtle gesture, every withdrawal or return is part of a larger script written in instinct, biology, and shadowed memory. Freud recognized this, and those who study his hidden letters understand it even more clearly. Desire is not rational. It is a force older than civilization, encoded in human chemistry, guided by unconscious resonance. The man who learns to navigate it does not control it, he harmonizes with it. So here is the truth whispered across a century. Female desire is not about manipulation or calculation. It is about instinct, energy, and resonance. It is layered, dynamic, and often paradoxical. To engage it successfully, a man must cultivate presence, calm confidence, and the awareness to recognize the hidden patterns at play. Reaction kills desire. Observation preserves it. Autonomy excites it. Mystery sustains it. Energy aligns it. This is Freud's forbidden insight, the knowledge long hidden from popular psychology. Desire is not a puzzle to be solved. It is a current to navigate. The woman you admire is not a mystery to conquer. She is a force to understand. Her unconscious patterns are neither cruel nor capricious. They are simply what they are, the expression of instinct, biology, and emotional resonance working in ways beyond conscious comprehension. And for the man who understands this, there is freedom. Freedom from confusion, frustration, and misunderstanding. Freedom to maintain composure, to embody clarity, to align with the currents of attraction rather than fight against them. Freedom to see desire for what it truly is, ancient, primal, and profoundly human. This is not a secret meant to manipulate. It is a truth meant to illuminate. Observe, reflect, align, respect. Desire is a dance, and those who learn its rhythm do not seek control. they achieve resonance. And in resonance lies the power, the understanding, and the clarity that most men will never know.